This broadcast is inappropriate for all ages right here on hashtag WeAreMovieClub. This is Cinephiles Anonymous, and I am Camerai, except the camera is not displaying me now. It was 1 minute ago, so let's flip it on off. Oh, there I am. It's like I was a ghost, an optical illusion for your enjoyment. Whatever. It is just me talking about this today. I wanted to go through and try a different format that we've used in the past. I was mostly me and Sid, I think, at the time. I wanted to go through and do kind of a scene by scene. Here I'm calling Cinephiles Anonymous. If you've ever seen or heard of Jim Sterling, he does podcast with another gentleman called Spinoff Doctors that is based on video games. I will go ahead and tell you to go watch and listen to that. The concept's very similar here, but I'm going to try to go through this basically line by line of my notes here and discuss a couple points. But we are talking about Zootopia today. Yay! One of the Disney animation films from their CG animation studio, which again, I maintain the belief that they and Pixar share that property and assets. So take what you will. So for whatever reason, Zootopia starts out on a jungle scene, and then quickly transitions into a kids play, like not like kids playing in the street or something like that. They're talking about like a theater production. And there's a lot of things in this that really made me laugh because it reminded me of other things I'd seen in this sort of trope. But it's a little confusing at the beginning because like you're not there immersed in the world, and I'd forgotten a bunch of stuff. But basically, they're talking about the natural instincts of prey versus predator. It's because you belong to these classes that used to, at least in this world, used to be just carnivorous. Like, they are predators, they're predispositioned to certain behaviors, and they can't get rid of it because it's in their nature. So this is like a nature versus nurture discussion, along with like a weird undertone of racist breakdown. Or maybe not racist, racism breakdown? Is it? What's... There's different words for different things. Racist is when you're biggest against something, being of racial, that's the word. So racial undertones. So you've got like a lion that wants to be an astronaut, a tiger that wants to be an actuary, something you don't really think of when you think predator. Unless, I guess, you watch the show I can't remember about Catch Predator. That's probably it. Fell in so well. And then you got a bunny that wants to be a police officer, which everyone's laughing at because I guess police officers are very predator-y thing, or at least large animals, because you got like elephants and rhinos and such that apparently are all in on it. But the point is to break the boundaries and to follow your dreams despite social expectations, which in general is a very good message, and I enjoy that message, and I like that message. But if you don't have a predisposition for certain learning capabilities, you can only go so far. Like, I cannot go be a rocket scientist if I don't have the predisposition to understand that material. And you can train into some of that. It's just the fact of it. You've got to put the extra work in to be those things, and some people have a natural talent or brain for those sort of things. I met those people, and it's just fun to watch how their brains work. But, I digress. But they did do the funny thing where like they're like shooting streamers out of them when the predator attacks the prey. And I think they squirted ketchup or something. I was just like, where's the mustard? I just thought it was funny. Not that they would have yellow blood. And then, okay, when we're kind of transitioning to Judy, the rabbit's family, talking to her about like wanting to be a cop and like how it's just a play, it's just a dream, it's just a phase, whatever. It turns out she's got 275 brothers and sisters. Oh man, I cannot imagine. And then like that's like a whole town of people right there, right? That's not a family in the town. That's the town. But they apparently they go to the county fair after the play. Um, oh man, I'm sorry. I'm getting bogged down thinking the logistics of that family. It's like they've got to go to 275 events like throughout the year. Granted, some of them would be together, but oh man, and then you got to take that many kids to the fair. Um, so yeah, but the conversation turns and it goes from like that to banishing our expectations of just being a carrot farmer, and that's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that's what they think there's going to be. But then Judy, and at this point, I'm still referring to her Bunny because I don't think they really got her name across until later. But the Bunny confronts a fox and a weasel bullying some kids. The fox actually slashes her face, which I don't know if you've dealt with foxes and dogs, but that's really not how their claws work. That's I don't know if a fox do that. It's more of a cat and rodent thing. Um, Fox shames her for wanting to be a bunny cop. She manages to say she doesn't know when to quit and gets the tickets for the kids. Yay! She's a hero from childhood. And then we go into this montage training course type thing where she's jumping over barricades and everything. She's actually performing very well because she's a rabbit. She's athletic. But it's the combat course that like we're all considering her unqualified for. It's not that she can't search out a clue. It's that they think she can't command this respect because of social expectations, and that she can't perform against a larger animal. Because you don't get to choose who the enemy combatants or not combatants, criminals are that you're going after all the time. If you're a detective, maybe you still got to react to other things and be ready for anything. Of course, they end the training course montage with the bunny falling in the toilet and the instructor kind of belittling her for it. So, of course, what we're concerned about is her being combat. They show her in the boxing ring with a rhino, and she does this cool, like, almost luchador move where she jumps off the ropes and then back into the rhino's fist and then knocks him out with his own fist. So it's cool that they show that she is capable of that at some point, but, like, you think, like, somebody might be ready for that. There's only so many things that can happen, right? So there's a line commemorating Judy for the next scene, and then she's the first rabbit officer. It's a big deal. It's a proud moment, etc., etc. The mayor bullies the assistant mayor around, so we have kind of set up of the current dichotomy with the predator bossing the prey around in the official government capacity, and then the assistant mayor not getting credit for the work she's doing or acknowledgement at all. She's actually literally shoved to the background. So for the photo opportunities, she doesn't appear. If she appears, she's a creepy person in the shadows almost. Let's see.